Gonna call the meeting of the Townsend Finance Committee on December 20th at 4:04 p.m. So the meeting is started. Roll call vote to identify you're here.
Mark Hussey.
Andrea Wood.
Sam Grant.
And Don Hayes. And with 4 members being present, we have a quorum, and we may be joined in just a bit by a 5th member. Just to make the announcement, we are recording this Zoom meeting, and it is also being broadcast on Channel 9. Next item on the agenda, additions or deletions. I don't have anything to add to the agenda. I would say we'll delete reserve fund transfer requests. I put that on the agenda just in case there was another reserve fund transfer that may have come up. So anything else anybody would like added to the agenda?
I'm good.
Me too.
Okay, very good. With that happening, again, the first item on the work session is the reserve fund, and we don't have any requests in, so we skip over that to item 2, which is again is the main purpose for the meeting, was scheduling our meeting dates as we approach the budget season. First sub item was the ClearGov budget software training. I don't have any dates yet for the training, so we will revisit this as we have our regular scheduled meetings in January. At that point, we should get a training schedule, and if that is the software that we plan to use to develop the budget for this year. So that's sort of the precursor before we get into the budgeting.
Did they get
Session.
it? They have the software.
They have the
using it?
software. They were voting, I believe, the last 5 years worth of budgets into it. And so they're in the process of validating the values in there, make sure it's proper and correct. Once they have that, then they can use the software moving forward.
Then they'll start training. with different groups of people.
FY23 will be the base, bring it forward into FY24, do the training, and then proceed with department heads putting in their actual budgets. And again, the software is loaded. We will have logins. It's a web browser. We're going to use the web browser to get in and view the budget. And we'll see what other potential options are available for hard copy printouts and things, so that we can review it if we want to take notes on paper rather than just the online version of it. Meeting note of interest: the special town meeting that had been December 13th. We did not get a quorum for the town, so it has been postponed until January 24th, which will be the 4th Tuesday in January. So that we can we do have actions to take for that meeting, because we're still waiting for the free cash to be certified before we review the articles through 11 on the warrant. And so once we have that, once we know what the free cash is, and we'll put that on the agenda and review it in one of the January meetings before the special, so that we can prepare our recommendations and add those to the existing recommendations. Okay, I don't think that there's nothing to prepare there yet. I think in any further discussion about the special town meeting will be handled in January, unless there are additional questions about the special town meeting. Okay, none being heard, we'll move on to the next item. The meeting dates for the FY 24 budget session. I just wanted to pull up, I just pulled the January, the recommendation would be to continue with Tuesday meetings. More than likely go to every other week at, once we begin. Any other, and again, that's my thought. Anybody have any other thoughts for?
It's been working. I think I agree with the schedule,
Okay, and
my opinion.
okay. So, and we have Jerome Bezikas has joined us at 4:10. We are,
I'm sorry, I'm
that's
late.
okay. We had a quorum, so we
Okay,
have continued. We are down to setting the meetings for the budget season, the upcoming budget season. So we're going to be Tuesdays. The first Tuesday in January is the 3rd. I think that's kind of early to start. And again, the 24th would be the special town meeting. And
We should have two, should we have two before the town meeting?
I'm thinking maybe I'll schedule the 10th
Yeah,
with the hopes that we're going to have the ClearGov set, and that could be our training.
and then
session.
maybe have to do the 17th.
And then the 17th, right?
Okay,
It's kind of like, so
we're gonna do,
we're gonna have the 10th as the first meeting.
okay,
The 17th is backup if ClearGov isn't ready.
Okay.
Because we have to do our review and recommendations for the special town meeting. And again, that also gives us that opportunity if free cash has not been certified, that it gets another week before the special town meeting,
and special time means 23rd,
24th.
24th.
Yeah. And then the next Tuesday would be January 31st. So the 10th or the 17th will be optional. One of the two will be optional to get our work done before the special town meeting. Then we'll go to special town meeting and
come back on the 31st.
come back on the 31st, I think is
Makes sense.
would be the second.
All at 4 o'clock.
All at 4 o'clock. We'll try to stick with the 4 o'clock. That gives us the opportunity to get it in before selectmen if that's their meeting dates. And at 4 o'clock, we still may have some department heads in that would come in and see us. I think that actually works for them.
Okay.
And then if we go every other, starting at that point,
February.
February, and it's kind of like, and then of course the date is the 14th, which is Valentine's Day, so it kind of.
What's on the 14th? I'm sorry.
February 14th, well, I'm thinking if we start
we
the every other,
Yeah,
it would be February 14th, and I'm not sure that that's a fair day for everybody
nah,
to give up.
I agree. I know every
Yeah.
14th.
So the-
Week after.
But if we go two in a row, January 31st and February 7th, then we can start on
Okay,
the every other and then miss the 14th.
okay.
And again, I suppose we do have the potential of snow days and things, but if we have Zoom, I think we should be good.
Right.
Okay,
Can we all do Zoom and still be,
so far,
okay,
kind of like, the extension for Zoom meetings and remote meetings has been extended by the governor through March, I believe. I don't know if it's early, mid, or late March, but
Mhm.
that's the date I recall. And from there, moving forward, they may continue to allow them to be done.
Mhm.
But we'll see. In the past, before the pandemic, they used to have, we had, somebody remind me, you could have a quorum in person and then additional members on the phone. And so we may need a quorum. They may go back to that where there's a quorum in the room
And then, yeah.
and then
okay,
additional people would be filmed.
I like, in person anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I like the in-person piece too. And again, it's tied to
Mhm.
potentially
Sure,
things that are outside our control at
Mhm.
this point, so.
so when, February 7th and February what?
7th and the 21st.
Okay.
And I'll get the schedule after this out to everybody.
For the present, can I go over the dates for a second?
You certainly can.
10th, 17th, 31, 7th, and 21 so far, correct?
Correct, yep.
Did I miss any?
Oh,
None.
that's, well, special town meeting.
Yeah, I know about that one, but I'm afraid we can't make that one.
That's okay, but, yeah, so 10 and 17 is an either or, to be our first. It's kind of like, and I will be in touch with Eric to see where we are with the training and with that to open them up. Then when we get to March, if we're sticking with the every other, it's 7 and 21 again in March. Nice and easy. It's a 28-day February this year.
Okay.
Then when we get to April, it looks like April 4 and April 18.
And when is regular, special time, when is,
When is town meeting?
Yeah.
I thought it was always the first Tuesday, which will take us to May 2nd. But if they move it to a Saturday or
Mhm.
the second, a second Tuesday is going to be, could be the 6th, could be the 9th. I don't have absolute dates for that, so it's usually within that first week to 10 days of May. Okay. Any other questions? We think that's a good schedule. When we get into this, we can start identifying which budgets we're looking at in each of these sessions.
have the letters been out to, requested budgets coming in?
Again, not yet because ClearGov hasn't been signed off yet.
Okay.
So at this point, we did have reach out through Harrison with the Neshoba Valley Technical High School, said that they would like to come and meet. So that could be one of our first, just to have a discussion. They won't necessarily have their budget, but they'll have their preliminary that they can present to us and have that discussion. If everybody's good with the date, I'll get those dates out. I'll get Zoom requested for each of them, and we'll have the time. And I'll reach out to Sabrina to book the Selectmen's Chamber for those times.
No, I'm good with it.
I am too.
Okay.
I am too.
Mine here.
Okay. Thank you. It's kind of like, I had nothing under old business. And the question would be, does anybody have new business they would like to introduce?
Are we looking for a new member or not?
We still have an opening. So if we have somebody that would like to join us, this is a good time to
Yeah, dig right in.
jump in. Yeah, this is a good time to see those things. So if anybody does know of someone that would like to join us, it will be another set of eyes. Good to have more membership. And that goes for anybody that sees this on Channel 9 or reviews it on the YouTube channel. Volunteer forms are available online and can be submitted to the town clerk, and they'll get forwarded to us on the committee. Okay, I have nothing else. That I just wanted to do that, set that before the holidays and the break, and look clean going into next year. So if there's nothing else,
I'll make a motion that we end the meeting at 5:19.
four,
Or
Oh,
no,
4:19, I'm sorry.
that's okay.
It feels
We're-
like 5:19.
We are, good. We have a motion to adjourn
second,
and a second from Geraldine. Roll call vote.
yes, Carolyn,
Mark Hussey, yes.
Andrea Wood, yes.
Sam Grant, yes?
Okay, Don Hayes, yes. And I thank you all and wish you all happy holidays and enjoy the new year, and we'll see you in 2023.
Same to
Thank
you and
you.
everybody else.
Okay,
Merry Christmas.
thank you.
Happy New Year.
Meeting's
Happy
over.
New Year, everybody, and sure, Merry Christmas next week.